Minnesota Vikings had a record-setting 15 draft selections in the 2020 version of the player selection meeting. It's a record since it went to 7 rounds, which is pretty damn impressive, right? And also, you had the handicap of no rookie camps, no OTAs, limited training camp, and no preseason. All right, but the Vikings, yes, the rookies struggled at times. You're going to go through growing pains, but there's a lot to like about this rookie class. So let's go through and grade every single player from this class, as well as a couple of UDFAs, because why the hell not? We make our own rules, as well as I know. Well, how can you judge by 1 year, especially if they didn't play a lot? Incomplete grades are for cowards. So let's get it on. So first off, 22 overall. Justin Friggin Jefferson, which is his legal name, by the way. It is. Wide receiver out of LSU. 88 catches, 1,400 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns. A++++++++. One of the greatest rookie wide receiver seasons ever, if not the greatest. It's up there with Randy Moss, 1998 for sure. And he's fast-tracking, going to become the best wide receiver in the league, bar none. Pretty impressive on a run-first offense, huh? Maybe some things will have to change around, but yeah. Also in the first round, number 31 overall, Jeff Gladney, El Jefe, cornerback out of TCU. So really up and down this season, but finished on a high note against the Lions. But I love El Jefe. He's a guy who's going to get it very quickly. He's primarily playing the slot as a rookie, which is extremely hard to do in a Zimmer defense, but 75 tackles, 3 passes broken up. Did allow 7 touchdowns in coverage, but yeah, I'll give him a C+, but that quickly can move on up next season. I think Gladney, Dantzler, and Harrison Hand are going to be a nice cornerback trio for a long time for the Vikings. Second round, number 58 overall, my guy, Ezra Cleveland, left tackle, damn straight, coming out of Boise State University. Now, left tackle playing right guard, we've seen that before, but 23 pressures, 5 sacks allowed in 9 starts this season. We'll give him a B+, where the movement skills are prime. You absolutely see the athleticism. He can hang and clang and bang in the National Football League, but he does struggle in one-on-one spots where, especially in third down situations, passing downs, where he's singled up against a man-sized defensive tackle. It's almost like he plays with the leverage of a left tackle. He has the rare athletic ability of a left tackle. Enough with this right guard BS experiment. Get him out on the blind side where he can thrive. Into the third round. So number 89 overall, Cameron Dantzler, falling all the way down to the 11th cornerback selected in the draft, coming out of Mississippi State because, he was hurt at the combine. He could stand to eat a burger and add some weight. That's fine. But 2 interceptions, 2 passes broken up, 94.0 quarterback rating, the highest graded rookie cornerback in the class. Pretty star-studded cornerback class, by the way. So I'm going to give him an A-, where, yeah, you could easily go an A. You could easily go an A+. I think that Cameron Dantzler is going to be a special player, but it was a little bit up and down this year. Also missed time with 3 various injuries with the ribs, the scary concussion, as well as a hamstring week 17. But yeah, PFF grade of 78.9. Future is absolutely going to be bright for Cameron Dantzler. The needle, there you go. Into the 4th round. So a trio of 4th-round picks. At 117, you had DJ Wanham, edge rusher coming out of South Carolina. Did get 21 pressures and 3 sacks this season, including the walk-off call game sack against Aaron Rodgers in the upset win at Green Bay. Well, not upset. Well, upset to the national media. Now, as expected by the folks in purple. Woo! I'll give him a B-, where there's times where towards the end of the season, wasn't really racking up pressures, really wasn't getting home. Started the final 2 games, certainly has promise. Just give him a little bit of time with Andre Patterson. Now, do you trust him to be the week 1 opening starter opposite of Danielle Hunter next season? I don't know. Could you freshen up the edge in the draft? It's possible. But Wanham has shown he's got flexibility, can line up all over the line, can even be stand-up linebacker at times in passing situations. So I do love me some DJ. Also in the 4th round, 130 overall, James Lynch, defensive tackle out of Baylor. I'm going to give him a B- because we are literally just scratching the surface of this kid's lotto ticket. 56 snaps, 1 sack against Seattle, where play him. Where getting interior pass rush has been extremely troublesome for the Vikings the last couple seasons. Now, they've tried to manufacture it by kicking edge guys inside. You look at Weatherly and Afadi last season, but it wasn't getting it done this year, and James Lynch didn't see the field. Flabbergasting. It really was. Also in the fourth round, 132, Troy Dye, the linebacker out of Oregon, longtime team captain, and tough as nails. But yeah, needs to add some good weight. But 21 tackles, 119.5 quarterback rating when thrown at this year. I'm gonna give him a C plus, where needs to get stronger. Coverage is his strong suit, except coverage in the Pac-12 to coverage in the NFL. It is way different. Was also dinged up at various times this year with a myriad of injuries, but I do like the Oregon Duck moving forward. Into the fifth round, so two guys diverging potential. So 169, Harrison Hand, cornerback out of Temple, 10 tackles, 2 passes broken up, as well as had that interception. Got a B- this year, where he needs to play more. And good things happen when he's out on the field, 163 snaps, and he was always stuck behind Mike Hughes and Holton Hill, and then Chris Boyd, and then Chris Jones. But Harrison Hand, when he's actually allowed to play, good things happen when 38 Special is out there. So we needed to see more of the Temple Owl in 2021. Also in the fifth round, 176 overall, KJ Osborne, a wide receiver from the U by way of Buffalo. So he was drafted to be the return specialist. It's clear they didn't trust him at times. They benched him 3 separate times throughout the season. I don't know. Have to give him an F for now. Maybe he can rekindle things. Maybe with some OTAs and a rookie camp in preseason, he can find his way back in. But yeah, it certainly was not happening this year. Pair of 6th-round picks, 203. Blake Brandel, the left tackle from Oregon State, was on the practice squad all season. We'll give that a C, because reports are, especially in training camp when he was working with the twos while Oli Udoh was on COVID-19 reserve. So I think that they do like him, and also could be the swing backup of the future with Rashad Hill scheduled to be a free agent this offseason. Number 6, 205, Josh Metellus, the safety out of Michigan. Now, he was sort of a jack-of-all-trades, master of none when it came into run support as well as coverage, but 16 defensive snaps this season, 8 special teams tackles, played a ton of special teams, 257 snaps, and frankly, should have gotten more work, especially down the stretch with Anthony Harris. Yeah, about that. But if Anthony Harris does leave in free agency, I mean, Metellus is the second safety on the roster. So that's potentially troublesome, as you still legitimately do not know. I think safety is a low-key, well, actually, no, a high-key position of need for the Vikings heading into the draft. Also next up, so you got Kenny Willekes, a 7th-round pick, 225 overall. Edge rusher out of Michigan State. Now, he is the Rudy, former walk-on in East Lansing. It's unfortunate he's on IR all season. I'm going to give him a C. But, yeah, IR, heart and hustle, a guy that really could have gotten a lot of work this season given all the injuries and ineffectiveness at edge. But it's what it is. We'll see him in 2021. Also, in the 7th round, 244, Nate Stanley, quarterback of Iowa, on the practice squad all season. I'll give him a D. I mean, maybe it's a little tough, but also we don't have any D's out there. But on practice squad, it has an arm that as strong as the day is long. But yeah. Also 7th round, 249 overall, Brian Cole, the second safety on Mississippi State. So training camp cut and didn't even make it that far into training camp. So no. But he spent all season on Miami's practice squad. He got an F. Did not impress early. I don't know. Maybe give him a C for the Dolphins. Sure. And also 253 overall. Yes, my darling, Kyle Hinton, baby, guard from Washburn University. Now, he was called up to the 53 week 17, but also didn't dress against the Lions. So that does tell me that teams were snooping around, sniffing. Oh, hey, what's Kyle Hinton up to? Yeah, let's go get that. But we give him a B-, absolute physical freak, was a track and field star, as well as got that size, got that strength, got that speed. I think that he could be something extremely special, especially if they give him a full offseason work, as well as training camp or preseason. I'm really excited about Kyle Hinton's future, man. Absolutely. 2 UDFAs of note. So Dan Shasena, wide receiver from Penn State, made the initial 53-man roster, stayed there all season as a punt gunner. But 4 tackles, 6 missed tackles this year as well. I'm going to give him a B. I mean, the potential is there. Will he ever contribute anything more than just being a special teams guy? I mean, maybe not, but I mean, that does have a ton of value too. Now, if he can work on keeping lane discipline, because a couple of Dan Shasena mistakes sprung big plays in special teams this year, but that comes down to coaching, that comes down to discipline. I mean, absolute world-class speed, cannot coach it, cannot teach it. So he may have a future for the Vikings, as well as UDFA. Blake Lynch coming out of Baylor. Playing one Lynch out of Baylor. It's kind of nice. But 8 tackles, 1 pass is broken up on 77 defensive snaps this year. Got a B+. So started against the Saints in for Kendricks. Intriguing athlete. I think that he could be a potential candidate to move to safety, just given his experience in the defensive backfield when he was in college. Also played wide receiver and running back as well. But yeah, absolutely an intriguing guy for the 90-man roster next year. I wouldn't be shocked, frankly, if he made the 53 and has a role to play, even if it's just on special teams. But that would be a monster win for him heading to year 2. So that's it. Those are our grades from the Vikings 2020 draft class. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.